This is your Fox 10 News Now update.
Hi everyone, Eric Reynolds with your Fox 10 News Now update. The Alabama coast breathing a sigh of relief, at least for now, after a couple of days in the crosshairs of yet another hurricane. Now, even though the beach is not expecting a direct hit from Hurricane Delta, residents need to be prepared for some impacts. Now, as Delta appears to push west, residents in Gulf Shores are turning their attention back to recovering from Sally after days of preparing for Delta. Now, even as the cleanup continues, some are finding time for a tennis match. Others are putting up Halloween decorations. Still, though, just the threat alone of Delta, scary for those who lived through Sally or even just saw the aftermath. Now, that includes recovery workers who are watching the forecast, of course, to make sure that Delta doesn't set them back. The general election is just 26 days away and is expected to be an election to remember in Alabama. Election officials tell us that they are expecting a record turnout statewide and are anticipating double the normal amount to vote by mail. COVID-19 is leading more folks to vote an absentee ballot this year in Alabama. Now, statewide election officials say that they expect about 1 in 12 voters to cast their ballots by mail, the most ever. In Baldwin County, more than 7,000 voters have requested an absentee ballot, with more requests coming in daily. In Mobile County, Fox 10 News asked for the current count, but the absentee election manager declined to provide it. Now, statewide, 130,000 have been requested. There's still time to request an absentee ballot if you'd like. Now, we do have all of the information that you need on our website for you at fox10tv.com. You can catch NFL action tonight right here on Fox 10, and Saints fans might have a little interest in the game as well. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers head to the Windy City to take on the Chicago Bears. The Bears are looking to bounce back after losing to the Indianapolis Colts last week. The Bucs are currently on a 3-game win streak. Now, the last time the Bears quarterback Nick Foles faced the Bucs quarterback Tom Brady was in Super Bowl 52. When they were with different teams, the Eagles and the Patriots, and of course the Eagles winning that game. Now, both teams are 3-1 on the season, the Bears and the Bucs. Coverage begins at 6:30 this evening. Due to Hurricane Delta, most of Friday's games have been moved up to tonight, the high school action. So Fox 10 is airing first and 10, a night earlier than usual. Our game of the week features the Theodore Bobcats traveling to Fairhope to take on the Pirates. We will have crews on both sides of the bay covering 8 games for you. Now, first and 10 can be seen tonight during our late news after tonight's NFL game.
I'm meteorologist Michael White here in the Fox 10 Storm Tracker Center with an update on Hurricane Delta, starting to re-strengthen now that it's out over the open waters of the Gulf of Mexico. The wind speeds have increased back up to 100 miles per hour, and it's still moving fast, moving to the northwest at 15. And between tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night is when this feature is going to make landfall. It's going to do so in southwestern Louisiana. We've been telling you that that was the way that this thing was leaning all week. Thankfully, it weakens before it moves ashore. It stays away from any direct impact here. The winds will be at 105 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon when it's sitting south of Lake Charles. It'll make landfall between Lake Charles and Lafayette, and this blue line represents where the eye of the storm is projected to be, and then it will turn its way gradually to the north and east. Now, by late Friday night, it will be back to a tropical storm as it sits in central Louisiana, and then by Saturday morning, it's going to be a tropical depression with the winds down to 35 miles an hour, and throughout the day on Saturday and Saturday night, it's just going to meander across parts of northern Mississippi. For us, we are not going to see any sort of direct impact. Minimal storm surge expected. There will be some rain and some breezy weather that will roll through our area as a result of Hurricane Delta. Weather headlines. We're going to keep tracking Delta. Very humid air today, and there is going to be some rain at times, especially this afternoon as we run the future cast forward. You'll notice north of I-10 is where you're going to have the best chance, and these showers will start to develop. Maybe a few rumbles of thunder. And then we'll see the coverage begin to diminish again as we move forward into this evening. Here's how the next 7 days stack up. 50 to 70% coverage of showers and storms today through Saturday. Highs in the low 80s. Notice how we turn drier as we transition into next week and the morning temperatures finally go back down. The humidity settles and things start looking very nice by the middle portion of next week with solid sunshine returning. We'll talk more about Hurricane Delta throughout the day right here on Fox 10 News Now.
Stay tuned to Fox 10 News throughout the day for the latest updates.